Because I tell you something, this is incredible. This, you know how I've been talking about December 14th? December 14th is because on that day, we're going to have a total solar eclipse of the sun in South America. And then 7 days later, another very prophetic number on December 21st, on the winter solstice, on the end of the Mayan calendar, based on the Julian calendar on December 21st, and the fact that it's my birthday, you're going to have Jupiter and Saturn coming to within 0.1 degree of each other, creating the brightest star in the sky, as the brightest star since the Star of Bethlehem announced to the world that a Savior had been born. Well, on December 14th, we have another sign the same day as the solar eclipse. This is Comet Erasmus. And let's Erasmus, right? Is it what?
Erasmus.
Erasmus. Okay, Comet Erasmus.
Erasmus.
Thank you. It means beloved. What? The name Erasmus means beloved. Erasmus is a name that's given primarily by parents for considering a baby boy. Erasmus. Now, this is insane. And let me just tell you why. Because what happened the last time that Comet Erasmus came past our Earth into our solar system was 2,000 years ago. And it's back. But this time, is it announcing the birth of a baby boy? Is this once again another sign in the heavens of the coming of Jesus Christ? This is the last time this comet went by, Christ was born. How do we know that? Because of the alignment of Jupiter and Saturn, which created the brightest star in the sky. And that was the star that the wise men had to follow to find the Christ child. Here we are 2,000 years later. Here comes Comet Erasmus again, which is, and here they come again, Jupiter and Saturn, and they're going to be within 0.1 degree. They're even closer this time than they were 2,000 years ago. They're closer than the last time they was even close. The last time they were even close was 1623. They won't be close again for 500 years. And even in the birth of Jesus Christ, they weren't this close. Are you serious? Is something biblical going on here, guys, with the signs of the second coming of Jesus Christ? You know, nobody's out there talking about this stuff because most people don't even have a clue that the biblical signs in the heavens are meant to be prophetic for us here on earth. Matter of fact, let me just read to you Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs," prophetic signs, "and for seasons," or divine appointments, or feast days, okay, or for seasons, and for days and years. So let the stars and the sun and the moon and the comets and the alignments all be for prophetic signs of events, divine appointments on earth. Get this. Go with me now to Luke 21. Here's what Jesus said when asked, "Can you tell us the sign of the coming of the Son of Man and the end of the world?" They asked Jesus, "What will be your sign when you return?" Because there was a sign when you were born. And what was that sign, folks? Jupiter and Saturn were come very close, creating the brightest star in the heavens. And apparently, I didn't know this, but Comet Erasmus, which means beloved. It's what what parents name when they're expecting a child that's a boy. Erasmus. Haven't had that comet in 2,000 years. It's back. And so is the alignment, which will be the closest alignment even than it was then. And it's happening, folks, in a 7-day period. But guess what? On December 14th, the comet Erasmus, which that picture you saw in the thumbnail, that is the comet Erasmus. That picture was taken by a space probe out there camera. It's coming. And on December 14th, it will become its closest point to the Earth as it's going toward the sun on December 14th, the same day that a total solar eclipse is taking place over South America, which means you got a sign in the sun, the moon, and the stars, all happening with a comet, an alignment. All of this coming is the sign of the coming of Jesus Christ. Well, let me read to you what it says in Luke 21. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. Okay, so that'd be a solar eclipse could come, because that's what the sun and moon are involved. So, okay, listen. There will be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. We got that also, with perplexity or confusion. COVID has created a lockdown, a global pandemic, and soon, very soon, folks, you're getting ready. You think you've been locked down? You haven't even seen lockdown. It's coming this spring. You got to wait till Biden gets in position. The whole world is going to lock arms and lock down. And you're going to find out what confusion is all about. So the earth will even be in distress. Nations in perplexity. The sea and the waves are roaring. We got record typhoons and hurricanes. Men's hearts will be failing them for fear. Failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Are you serious? It's happening. The 5 waves of energy. The solar eclipse on December 14th. The comet Erasmus. The comet Erasmus.
Erasmus.
On the same day, December 14th. Then 7 days later, winter solstice. 7 days later, you'll have winter solstice. You'll have the end of the Mayan prophecy from the Julian calendar. You'll have the grand conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn in alignment, creating the brightest star in the sky since the star Bethlehem. I mean, you're having an apocalyptic period of signs. I'll celebrate my 59th birthday. I'd like to get raptured on it, but I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'd like to. But anyway, here's what it says. And then shall they see all these things that people are going to be having heart attacks. They're dying of right now from heart failure from COVID. And it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head, your redemption draweth nigh.